Now it's time for something seriously unimportant with your hosts, Anthony, Harley, Jimmy, and Carter.
What up, everybody?
What's up, man? Again, that is not from COVID. It is from marijuana. It is December 10th up in this motherfucker. And it is the start to the first night of Hanukkah.
Happy
That's
Hanukkah,
pretty cool,
everybody.
man.
Is
Yeah,
it really?
happy Hanukkah. Yes, it is. It is the start of the 8 crazy nights.
So, Hanukkah, I'm gonna come right out and say it. I don't know much about Hanukkah. I've never been to like a Hanukkah. I know people have Hanukkah parties and stuff.
I'm pretty sure they don't invite outsiders to Hanukkah parties, Jim. I'm pretty sure that's why you've never been to a Hanukkah party, because you're not in the inner circle.
I'm right there with you, though. I have no clue about anything to do with Hanukkah.
Yeah. So we, do you know anything about Hanukkah, Carter?
Aren't I over here just keeping my fucking trap shut?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's about as much as I know the Adam Sandler song.
Yeah, that's a great song.
O.J. Simpson,
right.
not a Jew.
Not at all.
That's about all I know.
Yeah, no, the dreidel song, I knew that. Dreidel, 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 you're made out of clay or whatever the fuck it is. You ever hear that song? They used to play that
No.
song.
Oh, yeah,
They used to
I've
play
heard
that song in like school and shit just to like, because there was always like 1 or 2 kids that would celebrate Hanukkah and not Christmas and like,
Yeah.
so.
So why is it? So do Jewish kids? Do they get off? Is like the whole holiday break for Hanukkah and Christmas?
So I think that goes by school district because I used to get off for Jewish holidays and Christmas.
Okay.
So I think it depends on where you're going to school.
Okay.
Or the district, or I don't know the technicalities, but I used to get off for Jewish holidays, yeah.
I know they light a menorah. You know what the menorah is?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, the candle.
candles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there you go. I'm just adding to the list of things I know. That's,
Well, we should call somebody, one of our Jewish friends, to teach us a little something about Hanukkah, right?
Yes.
I have my
that's a
friend,
great
our
idea.
friend Beth, that I was hanging out with yesterday. I did not even know she was Jewish until yesterday. But can we give her a call?
Yeah, her number up.
All right.
Here, Jim. I'll hand you my phone.
Yo, speaking of Jewish stuff, matzo ball soup, that shit is so good. You ever have that?
I have.
So good.
Yeah.
I love it. Put a little bit of hot sauce in it.
This
I mean,
wa-
that's like sacrilegious, but like, it's fucking so
Sacrilegious.
good. Yeah, you're supposed to eat it like how it is.
Excuse.
I put hot sauce in everything.
Oh, so do I.
You know, like, hey, well, here, let's...
What's your favorite hot sauce?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Beth.
Hi.
What's going on? You're, on Seriously Unimportant.
You are live on air.
We want to learn some facts about Hanukkah. You're going to help us out with that, right?
I will try my best.
All right.
Well, all right. Give us some fun facts.
So fun fact number 1 would be that it was surrounded by the lure of the Maccabees, which apparently, from what my father tells me tonight, is that they were pretty much a rebel alliance.
Oh, wow. So, Rebel Alliance, like, what, in the beginning of the religion, or...
So way back when the Greeks apparently took over all of the Jewish temples and told all of the Jewish people they were supposed to follow their religion, and they could only worship the Greek gods, but the Jewish people were worshiping in secret. And then the war started with the Maccabees being the rebels. And they decided to fight back and take back their temple.
That's wild.
Wow, yeah, I never
Good
knew
for
that.
them.
Yeah, I
Cool,
never
man.
knew any of that. Yeah, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to ask, so what about, like, festivities and like, they were just talking about Hanukkah parties, and I kind of wonder why you never invited me to one. Is there?
Didn't you just
I would
meet
invite
her?
you to a Hanukkah party if I've ever been invited to a Hanukkah party.
Yeah,
But
see?
honestly, I mean,
Maybe-
it's mostly there's like no ugly Christmas sweater version of a Hanukkah party. I mean,
I'm starting to
it's
think there's
mostly
no
just
such thing as a
families
Hanukkah
that
party
get
altogether.
Maybe
No
not.
one's ever heard of a
mean-
Hanukkah party, and now you're Jewish and never been to one or through one. Like, there's no way Hanukkah
All you
party's a
need is some
thing.
chocolate coins and a dreidel, and there you go. You got a Hanukkah party.
There you go.
See, yeah, and I think next year, Beth, you should throw a Hanukkah party, like a big old blowout.
Yes, we totally should.
All right,
You know what I
you
mean?
Supply the place to throw the Hanukkah party, and I'll throw the Hanukkah party.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking right, we'll do that. So, what is your favorite part about Hanukkah, Beth?
Now, is
Like-
this going to be like 8 crazy nights on shrooms or
Yes, it
something?
is. Yes,
All right.
it is.
Like, 'cause
Yes.
Hanukkah's
Pretty
long.
much what Adam Sandler talks about is literally like that is literally Hanukkah. That is Hanukkah to a T.
Yeah.
It's the Festival of Lights is what it's also known as, and in being the Festival of Lights, what it is it's celebrating when the Maccabees took back the temple. They found the eternal flame, which is supposed to be lit in every synagogue, was burning and only had enough oil to burn the flame for one more night. But apparently it took like 8 nights or something to make the oil that they needed to make more. So they were really upset because it's supposed to not be burned out.
Yeah.
And instead they came back the next day and the next day and the next day, and it ended up, miracle of miracles, it ended up burning for 8 nights, which is why we celebrate for 8 nights.
And you get a present every night, too, right?
So that kind of depends on your family tradition.
Okay.
That's more of like the Hallmark type thing. Nobody says, "Oh, you have to get one present every night for 8 nights."
Yeah.
That's more of the Hallmark franchise.
So, like Christmas, Hanukkah is just supposed to really be about family and, getting together.
Coming together and everything.
And everybody's made it about presents and things
Well,
like that.
Absolutely.
don't you think it would suck if, like, day one, it's like, here, open a present, and it's like Mario Kart 8, right? And then day 8 is the day you open the Switch.
That would be great.
Yeah, no, I always got like the teddy bear on the first night and socks on the last night. So I wasn't one of those lucky ones.
Damn, where's the PS5?
PS5, I got Nintendo 64 when I was 21. I don't want to hear it.
That's awesome.
Well, yeah, Beth, thank you so much for giving us some cool Hanukkah facts. You learned us all something tonight.
She learned us all.
You
I
learned
learned
us
you
all?
all something.
Taught us
That's
She
all right,
taught
I
us
just
all
learned
something.
last night, so we're good.
Now we need an LSD story.
Right? You got one?
Oh, an LSD story?
You got one?
Wait. We know that I'm not an LSD story. I'm the whiskey and blacking the fuck out.
You never
story.
once?
You never done it.
Not once.
Yeah, you know me long enough. No, I've never done it. Last time I smoked was late, which only you guys would know. But yeah, no,
All right,
not
well,
that I can
all right.
remember.
Whoa.
I mean, maybe those flying dragons and shit, but
You can't win
I
them
don't know
all.
if that really was.
Flying dragons. Shit.
let's touch on that.
Right?
I don't know. It's whatever you guys put in that shit that I smoked, but whatever.
Oh, man.
A little bit of
I'll forgive
razzmatazz.
you eventually.
Well, yeah, thank you for, we're really trying to get this phone thing set up. I think it's pretty cool, that we can talk to people on the phone. But we're going to hang up on you now.
Oh,
Making it COVID friendly. Ah, shit. I get hung up on too much.
Oh.
All right, goodbye, Beth. Thanks for being on.
Goodbye.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Aw, thanks.
Well, damn.
That went
she
well.
was nice.
Yeah, she's very nice. She's a
Yeah,
very nice
that was great.
person.
Now we know something more than we knew before.
Exactly,
We learned
yeah.
something tonight.
Yeah.
What did you call
That
it?
was
She
pretty
learned something to
She
us?
learned us.
Yeah,
something
she
learned
like
us
that.
something.
Well, hopefully, a
I can't
lot of you
believe that.
viewers learned a couple fun facts about Hanukkah tonight, too.
That's some crazy shit to think about, though. Like exactly what you said. Like Christmas and Hanukkah, and honestly, pretty much every major holiday nowadays, none of it was ever buy gifts until it like we
Generations got
Americanized
more
it. You know what I'm saying?
spoiled.
Like,
I think it was until Wanamaker's. I think Wanamaker's started the whole thing.
Yeah, because like even like back years like in this country, like with our great grandparents and shit like that, I don't think they got like millions of gifts under the Christmas tree.
No,
you know what I mean? I think it was probably like maybe a gift.
Oh,
or
what
something.
a time to be alive!
Coca-Cola was like the first people to put out a picture of Santa Claus, weren't they? Like an actual.
I never knew that.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not. Don't quote me on that, but I'm like 99% sure. They're the people. Coca-Cola is the first people to like.
Somebody look that up and put it in the
image.
comments.
I'll look it up right now. I'll fucking.
My phone's
let
over
them
there.
do it.
should be
Let
on
them
mine.
do it.
Well, now I'm curious.
So Harley, how's the kitten doing?
She's doing really good. She's been staying at Aunt in his house for since we got her, but she's still getting along. She's starting to play with the dogs now, and
Oh, nice.
the last cat, who's still iffy, is starting to finally play with her. Like, they're all adjusting well.
Good.
We might have somebody interested in adopting her already, but who knows?
Okay, so
good stuff.
not to change subjects, but Coca-Cola is behind Santa Claus. The guy who actually drew it, I'm gonna butcher his name. Haddon, Haddon, Sunbloom, Sundblom. Coca-Cola commissioned him in 1822 to draw the picture of Santa Claus, and he did. It was for a poem that they put out for a promotion and a commercial.
Well, I didn't know Coca-Cola was that old.
crazy.
I didn't know it was around in the
Coca-Cola's been around
Oh, yeah.
fucking forever.
Early 1800s, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
I did not know that.
their first year, like this is why I hate hearing people's bullshit of why they can't do stuff, right? Coca-Cola's first year, they sold 25 bottles.
Wow.
Total. 25. One of the biggest fucking soda corporations today.
And
Their first year, they
for a
did
long
25.
time they actually had cocaine in
Yes, they did.
in the product.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It was the early 1800s.
Put it back.
I'm pretty sure that was year number 2
Right.
when they took off.
They were like, we need something to get them hooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will get them going.
But speaking of cocaine, back to the kitten. She acts like she's on it now.
Oh my god, yeah. She falls
Jesus,
asleep,
man.
she wakes
I thought we
up,
were
she
gonna
takes
have a much
shit,
better story.
And then no. Not that type
No.
of story.
But
So the cat got into the cocaine.
Yeah, the cat got into the cocaine. I did give her catnip for the first time the other night, which was pretty fun.
Dude, that is funny watching them on catnip. They
I love
they
it.
like lose their shit.
I love it, man. My cats get catnip a lot. Not a lot, but like a good amount. Like if I'm going out to smoke, they're probably gonna get catnip.
If I'm high, you're high.
Yep, exactly.
Dude, it's funny. Speaking of animals, my dogs, my neighbor across the street, they just got like one of those little, like what a Labrador. What I don't know what it's called. It's like a little white dog that's about as big as it gets. Like
Yeah.
and
Little shit.
they like love this dog. I don't know if they love her or they'll just want to go out and eat her, but they like all lose their shit every time she's out on the lawn when the kid takes her out. They're all at the window like losing their shit,
Like
crying,
like aggressively or like
no,
wagging
they're
their
like
tails
crying,
and
like
Yeah,
cry, like
yeah.
wanting to go out and
yeah.
play with the dog. I've never seen them all like. 'cause-
Have they ever been introduced to other dogs?
Yeah, but there's other dogs on the block.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just really want to go over and meet this dog, but
I don't know.
it's so small, and I'm just nervous. You know,
Yeah, I feel
they're
that.
3 big doofs. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
my dogs. And I don't want them to hurt the poor thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you there.
But
I get you there.
yeah, man. Even Arya, and Arya never is like that. She's just like the kind of dog that's like, well, anymore. She's just laying around all the time. Like she gets pissed off when you wake her up.
Yeah.
And she is the type of dog that needs a blanket over her to sleep.
Oh, that's cool.
Like
none of my dogs are like that.
She'll crawl up onto anything. She'll get under a blanket,
That's
whether it's
cool.
on the couch, on a bed, on the floor. Like she's just
I like
always
that.
covered up, man.
Fucking spoiled.
Right?
Lyra is kind of like that. My sister's Great Dane. She
Yeah.
like jumps on her bed and like crawls underneath her blanket, especially when she has the heated blanket on.
Yep. I'm so jealous because all of my pets that I've ever owned, and I've owned a lot of fucking pets. None of them are cuddlers.
All of mine are.
Aria
None of them are cuddlers.
Yeah.
Like, they'll lay next to you, but the second you, cuddle around them, they'll get up and move.
Oh, man.
Like, they hate being cuddled. And her sister's fucking dog, she's like a horse.
Yeah.
So when she's on the bed, I'm like, fucking flop right onto her. She's not.
I love Great Danes, man. I always wanted one.
She's a bitch.
But yeah,
get a male.
Aria. Now I only get females.
I hate female dogs.
I only get females, but
I love all dogs, but female dogs are so much harder to take care of.
You know what I heard? I think female dogs adapt better to male owners, and I think male dogs adapt better to female owners. You never heard something like that? Really? Me and my family were just talking about it.
I've heard that, but working with animals, I've seen all different.
There's so
I guess it really depends on what kind of relationship you're trying to have with your dog.
See, I prefer female dogs.
Whoa! What do you mean? Shut up!
Are you saying something weird over
No,
there?
why would you take it that way?
No,
you sexually repressed fucking goon.
Right. Yo.
Jim said it, and then it clicked in my head, and I was like, I don't think he meant that, but that's not right.
Whatever.
No, what was the other word you were all skeeved about? It was fascinating. Or fascinated. What? And you're like, what the fuck do you mean by fascinated?
I don't remember.
All right. Anyway, just fuck you, Carter. But Aria, yeah, she is a cuddler, but then my dog Sansa, she's the dog that she sleeps on the floor, and if she does come up, she'll sleep at the end of the bed.
Yep. That's how my dogs are.
Not around anybody. But you guys will like this, and you guys have to meet it, because Tina's going to be bringing it, my aunt. She's going to be bringing it over. She just got, it's not a Saint Bernard. It's
Great Pyrenees.
It's something that looks like a Saint
Burmese
Bernard.
mountain dog.
No,
it's just a big ass motherfucking dog.
It looks like a Saint Bernard. It's not a Saint Bernard though. It's a little bigger than a Saint Bernard.
Okay. Fuck yeah, I'm about it.
And she just got a pup. She's going to pick it up from Albany in 2 weeks, and she's gonna bring it over.
Oh, that's
Fuck
nice.
yeah, let us know.
Yeah, you guys better be here.
Yeah.
Team Ace
Hell yeah.
Ventura over there. I know you guys. You was better like puppies as much as you like.
Oh my
kittens.
God, yeah. I do.
Aunt.
He is more of a cat person.
So,
I'm more of the dog person.
Let me at least explain where I'm coming from. Not that I don't like puppies as much as I like kittens, but when you take care of a litter of puppies compared to a litter of kittens, and I don't mean just once or one litter or one.
Yeah.
I mean we've taken care of 20, 30 fucking litters at a time with. And that's not 30, 40 puppies. That's litters. Each litter with 10 to 12. Puppies shit a lot.
Yeah.
Compared to kittens.
Yeah.
Cats come out after they're done milking off their mom. They know how to go in the litter box. They're already
Well, you gotta teach
they're
them
very
that.
independent.
Fascinating to me how with cats, because I've never actually owned one, because I've always been so allergic. Like when I was a kid, I think we talked about this before on the show. I was way more allergic than I am now. But still, I never really had one. I never raised one like, my siblings did and people I know. But it is fascinating to me how much smarter they are when they, just with the potty training thing. How they're, all you have to do is show them a couple times with the, puppies. It takes a while to click for, and some dogs are worse than others. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It took me a while with Sansa, to get her to go on the grass. She just did not like I think she didn't like the feeling of the grass or something. It took us a while to get her to be able to go to the bathroom outside.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I know somebody's gonna be like, well, you're lazy. You don't want to put the work in. No, dude, trust me. I've been through the puppy phase. I'm not saying I don't like puppies, but I just prefer cats to dogs.
No, I hear you, man.
You prefer other people's puppies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude.
Versus your own.
100%. I'm done with owning puppies for now. But I'll come and play with your puppy for hours. I'm all about puppies.
You wanna
Put that on a fucking t-shirt.
Right?
I'll come play with your puppy.
This guy, man.
Man. That'll go fucking viral, dude.
I want to play with your puppy.
Oh, shit. Now we got the echo.
You're a fucking weirdo.
No. All right.
Power.
All right. So now that I wasn't even going to say anything, but now that we're on the subject. So I went on Snapchat today, and I'm not gonna get super into it because I don't even really want to give it the time of day. But
oh my god,
there was this fucking like Snapchat has their own like Snapchat news thing, you know, like
I've seen
the
it.
thing.
Yeah.
They have some pretty weird articles on there, a lot. But today there was one. It was called "Love Don't Judge." And it was all about people that identify, like human beings, full-grown adults that I identify as animal, like dogs and cats.
Oh, you found
and
Furry Nation.
No, not furries.
No, like legit people
Like,
who will get the leather mask
in leather,
that looks like a muzzle
like
of a fucking dog,
and like crawl on all fours and wear.
And will wear the gloves that look like pads
dude.
on a fucking dog's paw, and like who like the leashes and a cage and like
they will act like a puppy.
I'm not one to kink shame at all. Like whatever. It's your shit that you're into, but like anything that has to do with kids and shit, and anything that has to do with animals, whether you want to act like one to get fucked or not, like it's disgusting. And they're all like, "Love don't judge," and
oh man,
this is about my partner who thinks he's a dog, and I'm like,
I just goes too far.
I don't know. I feel like I identify as a porcupine.
Yeah, right. I feel that sometimes.
Is that what all that porcupine shit is in that closet in your house?
You got porcupine shit in your closet? Is there something you're not telling us, Carter?
I have porcupine shit in my closet.
Is there something you're not telling us, Jimmy?
are you hiding in his closet? Like,
I'm not letting you sleep over anymore, dude. Like, what the fuck did you do to my closet?
That shit's crazy.
If I go home and find porcupine shit in my closet, we're gonna have a talk.
Yeah, that took a turn for the worst. I don't know. It sounded funnier in my head.
Leave the porcupine shit alone.
Oh my god.
But one thing that does crack me up for real is all animals. You know, besides us human beings, why are we so stupid? Like other animals, a lot of animals will come out walking. You know what I mean? Why does it take us?
Wait, what? Oh, like come out like walking and
and being able to feed themselves and being able to go to the bathroom.
That's not coming out stupid. That's just they have to.
Yeah,
they have to, or they're dead.
That's just
they're
science.
humans. What it takes us 10 years to be able to do anything on.
There's no way.
We're our own for the most part.
Like
we don't have to be self-reliant in the beginning because evolution dictated that humans come together and protect the fucking group. So you don't
Pack
have
mentality.
to. Like, when you're a fucking cow or a deer, you gotta fucking go.
Yeah.
Like, there is no, let's wait around. No, it's the Serengeti, and you're toast. You're about to be fucking lion food. Get fucking moving.
There was actually an article, I don't know how far it went with the relationship between them, but like this lioness was stalking like this gazelle or whatever, and as she birthed out a baby, she got up and ran, and then the lioness kind of just took in the little I don't know what they call their babies, but like the baby.
It was kind of funny too,
because
the mom was like,
wow.
So the mom was just sitting there, and she like, as she got up to take off, the baby came out, and the fucking lion was right on the mom as it happened. And the look on the lion's face was just like, whoa, wait, what the fuck just happened?
And then it started cleaning it, and then it kept it around. Yeah. But I don't know, like, if it eventually ate it. I don't know what happened after that, but it took care of it.
Oh, this is a little snack.
It's appetizing.
And maybe in a couple of months we can raise it into a nice dinner.
She saved it for ransom.
But
you ever want to see your deer again, meet me in the woods.
You know what really
this sounds like the premise of Lion King 3 right here. Like, fucking Simba keeps her around food.
Yes.
Good night, young pup. Tomorrow I'm going to eat you. Have a nice night. And just say that every day.
Dude.
Like the Dread Pirate Roberts.
You know what fascinated me? Really fascinated me. It was me and my cousin. We were watching on like the I forget. It was about pigs. How smart pigs are, man.
Yeah, they are pretty smart.
They did like this study at Penn State, and it's like the day that they're born, right? They will number all the little piglets. You know what I mean? From 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Which one went to the market?
But it's like
that was good.
So they number them while they're feeding off their mom, and then they move them all over there. They all start running back, and they go to the same nipple.
Really?
Yeah, they all go back in order.
Oh, that's cool.
It's crazy. And then the other thing with pigs, is when they're domesticated and they do go run off into the wild, they change the whole shape of their head.
Wait, what?
The whole shape of their head will change, and they'll grow hair, they'll grow tusks.
Oh, yeah, they become wild boar.
Yeah, but in order for them to become wild boar, the whole shape of their skull
needs to
adjust. Send me the link to this, because I want to watch it.
It's really fascinating. Like,
that sounds crazy
I'm
cool.
like, oh, this thing on pigs is on, and I ended up watching it for 2 hours. And yeah, it was really fascinating, man.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
And it's the same thing, too, with wild boars. If you domesticate them, they start to lose their hair. They'll lose their tusks.
Wow.
It's crazy. I don't think there's any other animal that actually changes the whole shape of their skull that fast to adapt.
It must have something to do with like how much adrenaline they're producing, right? Because I would imagine like if you're food out in the wild, there's a lot of adrenaline running through you at all times. Yeah. So if like there's less adrenaline, maybe that's when they lose their shit. Again, I don't know. I'm not an expert. If somebody knows, fucking comment.
Yeah, well, everybody should go watch that, man. And the last thing on this pig documentary, sorry, everybody, but
this sounds dope.
There was 1,000, like not 1,000. I forget what it was. It was like an award-winning pig that actually escaped somewhere in Florida, and it became a boar, and it actually like attacked a couple people. I think it might have killed someone.
That's
crazy.
No,
I've heard wild boar are wicked mean.
Yeah,
you don't
territorial.
Fuck with them. You don't fuck
so
with them.
territorial.
And a fucking 1,000-pound wild boar running around. Yeah, it's fuck that,
Fuck
man.
that.
Have you guys? None of you guys have ever been to the Florida Keys, right?
No, I've been to Florida, but never the Keys.
Dude, that drive, man, is the creepiest drive at night when you're driving down Route 1. Because there's only one way to get to the Florida Keys, and it's miles and miles of just... Like, there's not even
ocean.
No. It's just swamp. You're driving through swamp, the Everglades.
Yeah.
And there's not even street lights or anything for like it'll be a street light, then another mile, another street light. So we were driving to Miami at night from Key Largo, the creepiest fucking shit ever. We're in the car talking about it like, dude, what if we fucking break down around here? You know what I mean? Like, you know how many alligators and
they'll just come up
fucking
and
shit
chomp
like
you.
that? Because there are all the signs. You know what I mean? Like alligator crossing. Like you see that? It's like there is a lot of them down there, man. And I don't know why they want to put more lights out there.
Oh, the more lights for the crocodiles to see you. Yeah, that sounds great.
No, for you to see shit.
Yeah, I want to see it coming
it's
at
pitch
me. That's
black,
right,
man.
I don't want to see no fucking alligator coming at me. If I'm done, I'm done. Just fuck it. Let it happen.
Yeah, it's funny because that's like the only main street in the Keys is Route 1, and I kept on calling it Roosevelt Boulevard when I was down there. People were like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Yeah, Route 1 goes through Philly too."
Yeah, right.
It's the boulevard, man.
Yeah, I knew that.
But yes, that's my little story about.
And if you don't know, now you know.
I don't know how we got to that.
I didn't know if you were gonna finish the lyric or not. I was like, oh shit. It's a great song, by the way.
So, Ant, from what I know,
you don't know shit, Jim.
Your video is going a little viral.
Everybody's taking turns being mean to Jimmy.
I know. Fuck you all.
I love Jimmy.
Fuck you, Ant.
Jimmy.
And I was just about to compliment you on your viral video, man.
Jim.
And I bought you fucking snacks.
He did bring us snacks, guys. Look, he brought us fucking
applesauce
and cakes
snacks.
and stuff.
For my
so
little
cute.
stoner friends.
No, I love Jimmy, man. I give him props on his hats and his shoes all the time. I love this guy.
I fucking hate this guy. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I hate you too, Cordy.
But yeah,
can't
man.
stand you.
I don't hate Ant yet.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still cordial to you.
Still new. It's alright. You'll get there.
Yeah, and we'll get there eventually.
What the fuck?
Then
Your
you'll
one
hear
video,
you fucking scumbags.
Your one video is going viral though, Ant.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool.
How many views?
So a couple of weeks ago, it was at like 27,000 views on YouTube, and then the other day, somebody sent me the video, and it was at 67,000 views, and it was only a couple of weeks apart.
And for the people who don't know, what video is this?
Yeah, it's me versus Mike Fatality at one of the UWF shows. I fucking forget.
Well, Ant, real quick, because I don't know if we've really gotten too much into your wrestling career, and I kind of want to touch on that today. But
yeah,
before we start, let's let's stop for a clip for this video real quick. We're gonna add a clip from Ant's wrestling video that's viral on YouTube right now. And
You're welcome.
We'll be right back.
Max fucking Adams! This is why we come here. It's all right. He gonna fight. I'm doing. Go! Fuck you! Do and new uncivilized champion of the world, Mike
So this is us actually stopping the pause for you guys to put the clip in.
Right.
The clip is actually at 63,000 views. Wow. And it was posted 5 months ago.
Good
so
shit,
that's
man.
That's pretty crazy.
So
man.
why is it just now getting so many views?
I have no idea. The match happened. I don't know if the date was on there or not, but either way, it's been a while since the match happened. I don't know why it's getting so many views. I really don't.
Well, I know you guys who listen to the show have heard me scream Max fucking Adams sometimes. We haven't really gotten into much of your wrestling career, like I said, so why don't you tell us a little bit about it, bud?
What do you want to know?
How'd you start?
How did I start? Wrestling has always been a part of my life since I was very young. Watched it with my dad, watched it with my stepdad, watched it with my brother. It was just always relevant in my life. So I was always like, I never wanted to be a wrestler as a kid, but like, you know, as a kid, you fucking beat the shit out of your brother, and like, I'm Triple H, and so that was always fun to me. And it always, like, when you're a kid, you don't know, like, you think they're just big dudes beating the fucking shit out of each other, you know? But once you get older and you start learning and watching, and you realize there's such a science and a magic to how it works, that I needed to be a part of it. I was like, I gotta see if I gotta fucking get into it somehow on some level, fucking just to see how it works.
And whether or not people call professional wrestling fake or whatever, I know I said this before, it's like, it takes so much, you know, like athletic ability and performance. It's like, you know, in the WWF and shit like that, you have fucking 350-pound dudes doing flips off of turnbuckles and shit. It's crazy to
I'm
me,
at the
man.
point with
I'm like,
those
the blood's real, people. I've had to pick glass out of people. I've had to fucking clean them up. The blood is real. The pain is real. Like,
well, you've always been a fan of wrestling, but you always liked like the ECW style, like backyard. Well,
yes. Well, no, that's definitely right. ECW style. Yeah, growing up, I got into like heavier music at a younger age, so. There was this company, ECW, and they were kind of like the heavy metal group of the wrestling world. Like, they were doing
I loved ECW.
The fucking flaming tables and the thumbtacks and the barbed wire, and just it was chaos, complete chaos. And that developed into a style called deathmatch wrestling, which came a little bit later on in the 90s, early 2000s.
Well, back when ECW was on, Little Ant was like, that's what I want to do. I want to get hit in the head with shit and be thrown through tables.
No, see, that's the thing. Like, as a kid, I never would have thought.
Mom, throw me through the window.
Yeah, right. Broke the window again, Mom. Me and my brothers would always like regular wrestle when I was a kid, but I never really got into the extreme stuff until I was like older. Like, shit, like, because you don't know. If I would have turned on ECW when I was fucking 6 years old, my mom probably would have fucking smacked me, you know? So, but yeah, like I was saying, they developed a style called like deathmatch wrestling, which introduced a whole different level of risk to it.
Oh, yeah.
So that really caught my eye. I was like, holy shit. Like, not only are they risking their lives by just pile driving each other and fucking body slamming each other, now they're doing it with fucking glass and explosions and fucking everything you can imagine someone's been hit with. So it really caught my eye, and I was just like, I gotta be a part of it. So
and that's how me and Carter, that's how we met Ant and Harley at one of his underground wrestling shows that you guys and you know, we always had a good time. It was like a Sunday ritual, you know. All the kids. And yes, we brought the kids to underground wrestling.
Yeah, you brought the kids to underground wrestling because you're cool parents.
Bring it, Karen. Bring it.
They were big.
We're ready for you.
Max Adams fans. Remember
Shout out
little
to
Kimmy?
Yeah,
oh my God, I love little Kimmy.
You literally just took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say shout out to little Kimmy.
Yeah.
My number one fan.
She was, man.
Yeah,
She'd be so
awesome.
mad when you, the one show you couldn't make. And I remember you lost the one. It was like this big, long fight you lost. She started crying.
She was ready to fight your opponent, dude.
Yeah, shout out to her.
It was great, man. Yeah, they were some good times.
Yeah, there is some crazy memories in that yard.
Yeah.
So the funny thing, though, about that yard is I was on YouTube one day, and I was just typing shit in, and I was just typing random stuff in, watching different matches, and I was like, oh, fuck it. You know, like, I always watch the, like, backyard wrestling DVDs and, like, they had a backyard wrestling video game back in the day, which is fucking awesome. Shout out to ICP for fucking
Get
putting
out of
that
here. I
shit
never
out.
knew that.
Yeah, there's two of them. They're fucking crazy.
Was it, like, on PlayStation?
It's on Xbox, the original Xbox, and PlayStation 2, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never even knew that.
Great fucking games. That kind of died, though, in, like, not died, I'm not going to say died, but it kind of, like, it was huge back in the early 2000s, and, like, everybody was doing it. Everybody was backyard wrestling. It was, like, it was on the news. They were doing documentaries. It was one of the biggest things going around back then. And then, like, you kind of just didn't hear about it anymore.
Yeah.
So I typed in Philadelphia backyard wrestling, and I stumbled upon a company called XPW, which is no longer around. And, like, it was cool, but it was like regular wrestling. Like, nothing catched my eye. And then I found that they did a no-rope bar wire match. So I clicked on that. I watched that and was like, holy shit, this is crazy. I got to find out where it is. And then a couple of weeks later, me and Harley went to a wrestling show, and the two guys that wrestled, Mike and Bammer in the video, were at the show, and I recognized them. I was like, holy shit, those are the guys that I was just watching wrestle.
Yeah.
I didn't introduce myself. I was just like, that's crazy. And then, like, later on that week, they popped up on, because I guess, like, we posted pictures and tagged the same place because we were at the same event. Like, he came up on my people you may know list on Facebook, and so we became friends on Facebook. And then they were also at the show that I ended up proposing to her at. And they so they messaged me on Facebook, and they were like, yo, you're that kid. And I was like, yeah, you are those guys from this video that I found.
Yeah.
And so we got to talking, and they invited me out to this event. And it turns out that they were located right next door to my aunt.
Yeah, you told me that. That's fucking crazy, man.
My aunt always told me about her neighbors doing backyard wrestling, and she would always just be, because she's a nice lady. She's like, oh yeah, they're like the kids. They do their wrestling and they use the music and they make it real professional. So I'm just thinking it's like a bunch of fucking 12-year-olds rolling around in the backyard. But it turns out like it was this company that I was watching on YouTube, and I went and I watched the show, and then they were like, yeah, do you want to be a part of it? And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna take the opportunity to be a part of it. I did one match with Rio Roman. It was terrible. It was, dude, I was so naive stepping in that fucking ring. I was so naive. I didn't know shit. I didn't know nothing about nothing.
Was it your first match? Was it a death match, or was it?
It was
just
a hardcore match.
Hardcore, okay.
We used thumbtacks and trash cans and a chair and some other stuff.
The drum pad or whatever.
Yeah. So Harley, real quick.
Yeah.
Were you always into wrestling too?
No.
So you just
like growing up, I never really watched any of it. Never really cared for it.
Mm-hmm.
Met him. That was actually, I think, one of our first dates.
One of our first initial dates.
He took me to.
I took her to a wrestling event.
Yeah, at like a school gym, but it was like one of the professional little companies, like the indie shows.
Cool, man.
Yeah, I was very upfront with it. I took her. Well, one of our first dates was, one of them was a hardcore show and one of them was a wrestling show, and I was like, either you're gonna like them or we're not gonna last.
Yeah.
So
But yeah,
it's either wrestling or no go.
Right.
exactly. And I mean, it's fair. Like he was upfront with it, and I was iffy. Like I was like, I don't know. Like it's not my scene. I don't necessarily give a shit about it, but I'll go for you. And I became a
dude. She was one of the loudest people at the show.
Yeah, no, Harley is great,
awesome.
man. With supporting
So cool.
her fucking people at shows and shit. I've only been, with you at certain things, but you are adamant, And what date was it that you hit Ant in the head with the light tube for the first time?
That hasn't happened yet. She's
no.
never hit me with
I
that.
haven't hit him in the head, but he's hit me in the head with
it.
the light tube.
I have the clip. We could sploose that in too. I have the clip.
It sucked.
Can we sploose that in?
It hurt.
We can.
We'll sploosh that in the
sploose
end
that in.
somewhere. Yeah, let's do that.
I love this
Yeah.
word, sploose.
Yeah, so do I. That's a great word.
Sploose.
But I actually had no intention of making a career out of it. I was just going to do the one match, do it, see how it felt, say I did it. I stepped into a wrestling ring, I did it, I'm done.
Yeah.
The next week, they were having their deathmatch tournament, and somebody dropped out or some shit, and Mike was like, "You want a shot?" I was like, "Fucking,
Not gonna
let's
say
do
no.
it."
Yeah.
So long story short, 3 years later, much blood spilled over the past couple of years.
A lot of scares.
Very much, a lot
man.
of scares, but
I
that's
wasn't-
basically how I got into it.
Yeah, I wasn't all for you doing it in the beginning, but I came around.
I wasn't
was
all
like,
for me doing it through the entire thing.
So, real quick, the light tubes, because you guys in the underground wrestling things, I've been to quite a lot of shows. There's like a safer light tube to use. Is that like a thing?
Yes. So, not necessarily safer because you're at risk.
Anything's
fucking
dangerous
hit
if you're
somebody
reckless.
So what is the difference between the light tubes that you use and the ones that you can't use?
It was an incident at a professional wrestling show, one of the biggest deathmatch shows of the year. One of the biggest deathmatch wrestlers of all time ended up actually dying, and they revived him. He wrestles to this day, but he was pronounced dead for a couple of minutes. They had to helicopter him out of there.
From what though?
So there's these the skinnier tubes. The one of
Are they
T12s or some shit. I don't fucking remember. I don't pay attention to all that shit. Even though I should have. Yeah, I should have. But they don't burst. They kind of just shatter into shards. So there's a lot of big, after you hit someone with it, there's a lot of jagged, sharp edges. You know how you see Mr. Wrestling stomping on the bigger pieces?
Yes.
So think of that, but they wouldn't be this big. They'd be chunks of fucking shards of glass.
Yeah.
No.
To
And
clarify
the
to
one
everybody,
guy-
Mr. Wrestling is the ref.
The best ref of all time.
The king ref.
The ref of
Yeah.
death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking love that.
Shout out to you, Wrestling.
Yes. But yeah, there is, because the thicker light tubes, they just shatter differently.
Yeah.
They almost just pop, so you're getting a bunch of smaller cuts, and it's not as risky as shanking somebody with a fucking light tube.
Yeah.
But again, if somebody is reckless enough, anything's dangerous.
Of course.
Well, Ant, did you? I know we talked. We were talking when we were all hanging out a couple months ago about you meeting some of your favorite wrestlers.
Oh yeah.
I forget who you were talking about though.
So
wait, did you meet Tommy Dreamer?
Oh yeah, I've worked for Tommy Dreamer.
Oh
a
yeah,
couple
you
of
worked
times.
for him.
Yeah.
That shit's badass, man.
So, like I said, wrestling has always been very prevalent in my life.
Yeah.
So, I love every aspect of wrestling, though. I don't love the wrestling part of it. I don't love the booking part of it. I don't love the directing part of it. Whatever. I love all of that. I love that it's not just one thing, and there's so much to it to make it work that it's crazy to get into it. But yeah, so like I said, I had to see every aspect of the business.
Yeah.
So I started by fucking handing flyers out at shows, go to working at conventions, and then going from conventions to traveling with the conventions and doing signings and getting to meet.
Yeah.
The list is fucking ridiculous.
Getting to be a handler.
Yeah, exactly. I've gotten to eat dinner with some of my fucking heroes. it's crazy the things I've gotten to experience.
That's pretty badass, man. So Tommy Dreamer, in general, is he from Philly?
No, he's from New York.
Okay, he's from New York. But he's obviously spent a lot of time in Philly.
Oh,
with ECW and things.
Yeah.
But who was the person, the wrestler that you met? Like, what's your favorite experience?
My favorite experience ever is when I got to meet Terry Funk, because he's such a cool, genuine, like, he felt like when I was sitting there talking to him, I felt like I was talking to my grandpa. You know what I'm saying? Like, that type of, like, real, like, you could tell he's talking to you as a person, not just as a fan giving him $20. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he's always been one of my favorite wrestlers since the beginning of wrestling. That was really, really cool, getting to talk to him. Another really cool experience, which Harley got to experience, and honestly, I don't think I would have gotten to experience it without Harley even being there.
Yeah, probably not.
Shout out to her. We were working at Comic-Con with a couple of ex-WWE wrestlers. They were doing signings and stuff. So we were with, I think, Sergeant Slaughter, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Victoria, and Devon Dudley. So some pretty big names. Some pretty fucking. I've been fans of them. The Dudley Boys are fucking one of the best tag teams, if not the best tag team in professional wrestling, in my opinion. But Devon fell in love with Harley.
Yeah.
She was his handler. She would, like, take the money and, like, take the pictures and, like, all that shit. And he fucking fell in love with her. She went over. She was like, because normally we work the same booth because we were together. But the guy that we were working for, he was like, I'm a guy short. I need you to take care of Devon today. And she went over all scared and nervous, like this big fucking wrestler dude. And then I look over 5 minutes later. They're both laughing and talking and having a good time. And just fucking, yeah, man.
He actually had me call out of work so I could come back the next day because he didn't want to do... he didn't want to sit there without having me, like, as his handler, which was pretty
He
awesome.
took us to dinner 2 nights in a row. He oh my god, the experience was insane, man.
That's good shit, man.
It's really, really, really fucking cool.
Well, Harley, you need to hit your second boyfriend back up
and hit up
and have him on the show.
Have him come on the show.
I know he'd probably love to hang out in our garage.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Handle it, Harley. Handle it.
Even Victoria, though, like, her and I had a couple of conversations. She's really cool. Like, they're both just down-to-earth people, and that's what a lot of people who are famous don't get from their fans. It's like they don't realize they're actual human beings. Like, it's crazy.
Like I was telling you earlier, like, when you were saying, like, a lot of celebrities, like, they take your phones and shit before you go into your house. Like, I don't blame
them either.
Because people don't fucking give them 2 seconds to breathe. And, like, and that's the thing with, like, there are a lot of asshole professional wrestlers and even celebrities and everything that act like pieces of shit. But, like, obviously, if I see one of my fucking heroes out to dinner with his family, I'm not going to be that fucking asshole that goes over and says, hey, can I get a picture and blah, blah, blah. Right. Go to an autograph signing for that.
Yeah, I
You know
agree.
what I'm saying? Like, the people that go to the wrestlers' hotels and wait for an autograph. And
it's
fuck
everybody
off,
in general,
people.
man. Like, people really get crazy with that shit.
Insane.
And speaking of wrestlers, I know we talked about this before, but I met, I was right outside of Atlantic City. And right before Chris Benoit, I think it was the year he died.
Holy shit.
Me and my family were having dinner at the restaurant. And he and his, I don't know who they were, a couple other guys, maybe his managers or whatever. They looked like they were having serious conversations. Me and my cousin, we were young. We were really young at the time. And like, we asked my uncle, we're like, oh, can we go over to meet him? He's like, no, man. He's trying to do his thing.
Like, as a kid, obviously, you want to go meet that guy, but, like...
Yeah, and that's what my uncle said. He was like, he's not... Doesn't look like he's doing fan meetings right now. And you have to understand that kind of thing.
No, there's totally a way to say... I'm busy right now. I'm out with my family. Please, you don't say fuck off to get out of my face.
But he looked like the kind of dude that would have said,
yeah.
fuck off.
I've actually. The crazy thing
cannot wait for the day where I get to tell people to just fuck off.
Right? No, neither can I.
That.
Neither can I.
Can I get your? You fuck off. I'm in my Parmesan.
We already do tell people to fuck off.
Yeah.
You mean like fans?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where I can tell fans to fuck off and it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but Chris Benoit, he kind of like looked like he was.
I've actually
real
heard the
serious.
opposite. I've heard so many I've heard he's been so good with fans. He was.
I think he might have been in like a business meeting because it looked real serious. The whole thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And then he did murder his family like that year too.
Well,
which kind of
not gonna get. That's a whole episode, but dude didn't just murder his family.
You were there for his fucking divorce meeting. That was his lawyer,
right?
No wonder he wasn't in the fucking mood.
There goes Carter.
You were there for the fucking premeditated part of the murder.
Jesus.
Oh my God, man.
Rest in peace, Chris. And
but
your
it just
family.
goes to show, like, you don't know what's going through anybody's head.
Yeah.
Especially the
that dude
famous
was
people.
so
Like,
fucked up on different concussions and medicines and everything. Like that, he didn't just wake up one day and was like, "I'm gonna murder my family." But I agree with Harley. Like, you really don't know what's going on in someone's head.
You know, and
I wish I was that complicated.
But
you can pretty much guess what's going on in my head at any given time. It's never what you want.
What do you mean? You're probably going to be the one that murders us all live on the show one day.
Me?
No, I think that'll be you, Jim.
Yeah, I think that's you, Jim.
yeah.
You got
You're
that
gonna hit
fucking
the
German Nazi blood in you.
You're gonna hit the sound button, and he's gonna just
Can you
start
not
choking
use the
you.
Nazi word?
The Nazi word.
Nazi
Can
word?
you not use the Nazi word
like-
that
Well,
he just used to explain
I'm
to
Can you
really-
Nazi use the Nazi
I'm
word?
really glad you didn't say N-word.
So am I. But yeah. Assholes
man.
like Carter.
Is it too soon for Nazis? I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah.
Never.
It's only like
never too
fucking
soon.
80 years ago.
Right?
And they are still around. And
Are they?
I don't
Do you
wanna
know?
be
Have you been in a
associated with
meeting?
Nazis.
Yeah,
The Nazis are still
Why?
around.
Where you been, Jim?
Right? Are you outing yourself?
Nazis are still around. There are Nazi extremists still in the world.
Yeah,
I
they're
just,
not
you
real
know.
Nazis.
All right, so just so everyone knows,
This
we're
is
not
America. Smoke weed
condoning
and get
fucking
along. That's the
Nazis.
bottom of the fucking story.
Does that
Yeah.
make you happy, Jim?
Yes.
We're
Yes,
not
it
affiliated with Nazis?
No.
Yes.
We just
That
want to
does
call
make
you
me
one
happy.
for
Yes.
no reason.
For fun. Yeah, okay, whatever.
You mind tell
my God.
motherfucker.
Fuck you, Carter. Now I forget even what I was saying.
We were talking about wrestling.
We're
Good.
talking about Nazis.
Don't use the Nazi word.
And I don't really think it is appropriate to talk about Nazis on Hanukkah.
That's
I totally forgot.
It's okay, Jim. You know why? Because guess who won?
God damn.
Way to put it out there, Jim.
I never even would have thought of that.
No.
Judaism won the war. It's fine.
Yes. Yes. Happy fucking Hanukkah. We won. Or you won. Or, yeah. I'm
Don't say we.
I know.
Right.
I'm not.
None of us are
I'm not
Jewish.
Jewish,
Just
yes.
You're digging a hole.
But I was still on. I'm on.
Go ahead, dig
if I was
deeper.
around back then, I was on their team. Anyway.
Jim.
I know.
Just Jim.
Are you
Wow.
burying me alive right now?
No, you're pretty much doing a great job
you're doing it
yourself.
Yeah.
You're doing all but laying in the coffin, bro.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Although you built a nice one.
Yeah, Carter. Fucking talk about something.
No, well, now that we're on the subject of wrestling and Nazis, there was actually a gimmick back in the day of this masked wrestler. He was a Mexican wrestler. He was a luchador, and
Okay.
he came out, and his gimmick was he wore a mask with a swastika on it, and he wore like the armband, and he wrestled. He was called the Nazi. It's
Oh,
crazy
man.
to think that
They
was
come
just
up with
cool.
some crazy ass gimmicks.
Yeah, back in the day, wrestling was wild, man. There was a dentist gimmick. There was a trash truck guy gimmick. There was fucking a plumber. It's crazy.
Wasn't there a guy who had the gimmick of a mentally challenged person?
Yeah, Eugene.
You got to give it to Vince McMahon, dude.
Oh, he's a
really,
fucking evil genius.
He's really and he's very rich too.
That dude
Like,
is beyond rich.
I was looking it up the one time because I remember the Battle of the Billionaires with him and our current president.
Yeah, it's the best fucking WrestleMania match ever.
Dude, that was that was so great. That was great, man.
When Donald Trump tackles Vince McMahon and starts fucking him up. Oh my! If that's not the perfect representation of our of the situation we are in as a country right now, I don't know what is.
Oh my God!
I'll beat you better than anyone's ever beat you before.
But I didn't actually think Vince McMahon was a billionaire. But
he should be so
worth,
much more than what he's worth.
Yeah, his net worth is only 1.8 billion.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
he's
it?
only recently become a billionaire.
Only
1.8 billion.
But he put so much
like,
of that money that he made back into his they spend so much on their production. It's not even fucking funny.
Yeah. Well, no, that's his personal net worth. So what you're saying is he would be way more
if he
rich.
made smarter fucking decisions.
If he sold right now, he would get 1.8 billion.
Yeah.
He doesn't have 1.8 billion.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
But all the things that he has, he's worth.
What I'm saying is he
crazy.
should be way more fucking. I'm gonna sound straight up retarded here. He should be way more rich right now than he should, than he is.
If anyone would like to send donations to Vince McMahon, you can email it to us first.
So,
dude,
Wait, speaking of the battle of the billionaires, did you know like at that when Donald Trump came out at one of the shows and like it was raining $100, like they gave out like almost like $1,500 and $100 bills. It was real bills.
Oh shit!
Real bills.
The audience was happy
Crazy.
that fucking day,
Right?
man. Holy
Crazy.
shit!
They all got 10.99.
Do you guys know who the number one richest person in the world is? I didn't
now?
know this.
It's
Currently?
Amazon.
I think
Amazon.
It's probably Jeff Bezos.
Yeah,
It is.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, his
I was
net
gonna
worth
say
is
Elon Musk.
$113 billion.
Dude,
fucking-
we're not talking about someone did it right. Like
no,
Jeff,
but
For the third
Jeff-
year in a row.
Yeah.
Holy guys.
Jeff Bezos, right? So he's worth $70-some billion. His wife divorces him and gets half of that, and then he decides to double the price of his double the cost of himself, or worth of himself. Unreal.
He
never seen it before ever.
It's always been Bill Gates and that the Mexican oil tycoon. They've always battled for 1 and 2.
You mean the one who owns Exxon?
Yeah. They've always battled for 1 and 2 like the past 10 years. And here comes Jeff Bezos fucking doubling both of their net worths in a matter of years. It's fucking insane, man.
And think about all the dumb shit we buy on Amazon.
Yeah.
And that's just what fuels that.
And you want to hear something funny that I heard with Jeff Bezos? He hates Donald Trump, right? So he always, I was watching something. I forget what it was. He always builds an Amazon thing or some sort of property for Amazon distribution or development, whatever, right near one of Trump's properties, just to like be an asshole.
It's crazy. All of these people in the top 10
crazy.
richest like net worth, I've never heard of any of them.
A lot of them are oil. Most of the world's richest people are oil.
One of
oil
them's a
tycoons.
software guy.
That's what I think.
Walmart's up there. I think Walmart's up there. And
You know what? Seriously Unimportant will be up there. It's one of these days.
Yeah.
Goddamn right.
We're only going to be worth like 1.6
I'm trying to do hookers and cocaine for breakfast every day of my fucking life.
Only 1.6.
Yeah, all right.
Hookers and cocaine breakfast
Every day.
Man.
Not because I want to, but because I can.
Well, but yeah, let's hope we get some. We need you guys, man. Anybody listening, share our shit. If you're a fan of ours, share our shit.
Share it,
Let
bro.
your friends hear.
Takes 2 seconds
You know what
to
I
do,
mean?
dude.
Yeah. Share it. Let's. If you really do enjoy our show, get it out there to your friends and your family.
Yep.
Maybe one of your friends or family members will love our show too.
Or we'll Jay and Silent Bob your ass. Me and Carter will come and kick your ass. Everybody who talks shit on the internet, we're going to fly around and kick your ass.
Yeah.
If you want to hear more Jimmy Nazi jokes, share with your friends.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill him.
And on that note, I think that's a good place to wrap this
We're gonna
shit
have to
up.
replace a host.
Right?
Good luck.
Can I take Carter's place?
His fucking absurd-ass sunglasses are going to have a bullet hole.
Oh, shit. Getting violent.
Oh, Jim.
Sounds like something a Nazi would do. I don't know.
Fuck you, Carter.
Sounds like something a German Nazi would get violent real quick instead of trying to just talk it out.
All right, before we start fucking World War III
Before we
over
cross
here.
that line.
Yeah, give into it.
I'm going to
Jimmy.
buy a fucking Luger just for you.
Yeah, give in to your hate.
Don't say it.
Give in to your hate.
I don't hate anything. Except for
Come
you.
on.
Dude, I could turn you into a Sith
on.
so bad.
You can't turn me into
I
a
Did you
would-
guys know
you could be
it won't
Sith
fire
so
without
bad.
its clip?
Dude. I think Harley would turn into a
Such
Sith.
a cunt.
No.
Thank you.
You think you
I
can-
am.
Number one, why are you a Sith leader?
Wait, how the fuck did we get to Star Wars?
What do you
Because-
mean? I said earlier, I was like, I could turn Jimmy into a Sith.
Well, do you know?
He's so right there. He's ready to shoot me
I'm
in the
gonna
head.
make it happen.
Let your
fact.
hate,
Fun
let
fact.
your hate flow.
Fun fact with Star Wars, the Empire is based off of Nazi Germany.
Yeah, that I
the
did know.
stormtroopers
I knew
and
that.
the whole.
That's why
the
they
whole
always
thing,
miss
yeah.
their shots.
No wonder you love it so much.
Right?
Carter,
All right, good night, everybody.
Yeah, good night. I'm
Love
gonna kill
you.
Carter.
Bye. Share our shit.
Subscribe, motherfucker.
Love yous.
Motherfucker.
That was great. That was fucking perfect.
You don't make people think I'm an actual Nazi.